Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to yet another one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Very much welcome. My name is Pili Papra. Thank you very much. Please kindly subscribe, like the video, share the video as well. So I want to talk about the Gayton McKenzie issue when it comes to Jocelyn Smith's disappearance. I've been seeing the clips of Babu Gayton McKenzie sharing exactly what might have happened to Jocelyn. If I get that clip, you guys, no, not the full video, but I've got clips here. Gayton McKenzie, they are saying, MTN News, the PA leader of Gayton McKenzie has made serious allegations regarding the disappearance of a 6-year-old Jocelyn Smith, claiming that Urens, Obuta, or Stefano, Kelly, no Ayanda. Ayanda is said to be the boyfriend of Urens, okay? Have been planning to do this for a long time. They've been planning to sell the child for a long time. This is Babu Gayton McKenzie. According to him, Ayanda Letoni was the mastermind behind the scheme, orchestrating the events leading up to Jocelyn's disappearance. Because I've seen, last time I did my video, you guys, of Jocelyn, they were talking about Rens. Rens is lying. Rens is telling lies there in court, and she even admitted that she was lying when it comes to other things that she shared there. She admitted into lying. And this Ayanda Letoni guy is her boyfriend, who disappeared just there. Ngenkathi Jocelyn disappeared, Ayanda Letoni is nowhere to be seen, and he is the boyfriend to Rens. So now Gayton McKenzie is bringing that name with Ayanda, this Ayanda, this Ayanda, that. He was the mastermind behind all this. But Kelly is involved, Buta, and the other guy, Stefano Van Ryan, including Urens. So, like, maybe I'm just going to bring a clip or two. Like, he's telling the story. So, he got this info from who? From the accused number 2, if I'm not mistaken, from Stefano. You guys remember by the time Jocelyn disappeared, Gayton was busy asking Ukelama questions and all that. Mbuza, which track are you using? So maybe he get that the whole story. And then he even mentions the Uguti. I thought we were called as witnesses, but they were not being called. So he was like, you know what? Let me just tell the story the way I understand it. Let's just listen to him, because well, this is just a warlord now.
Today we're going to speak about Jocelyn and where I think Jocelyn is and what really happened, and telling you stuff that you're not aware of because we thought we were going to be called as witnesses. It's obvious now that these people have no interest to call us as witnesses. So the truth must come out tonight. As a citizen and a leader in South Africa, I'm still willing to come and testify. Everything I'm saying here, I'm willing to go say in a court of law. The judge has the power to subpoena me, and I will not say no. A charge has been opened against us of kidnapping. One. A second charge that is now before the prosecuting authority to see if they are going to charge us. We've given our side of the story, all of us. We've given statements. We are now waiting to see, are they going to charge us? Ayanda has opened a case of kidnapping against us. And another charge is that we have interfered. How did I get involved in the Jocelyn Smith case? The PA councillor of Saldanha is Vernon Frachom. Called me and said, can he see me and come and brief me about a child that's missing because her mother is a member of the Patriotic Alliance. And he said to me, he's bringing the mother. That's the first time in my life I saw Kelly. Kelly came and she just said, my president. She hugged me and everyone was looking at us, and I said to her, no, jump in the car. We will speak in the vehicle. She jumped in the car and we sat there and she said to me, my child is missing. I said, who's got your child? She said to me, it is the black people there in the squatter camp. I said, huh? She said, it's the black people in the squatter camp. They have my child. And I start chatting to her and she's like, let's just drive around. And she just wanted to get away. I said, no, man, don't you think we should help to search? She said, no, let's just drive around. I wasn't about to leave the scene because I want to know if those black people, as she say, as a child, I need to be here to make sure that there's no violence. Next moment, I started chatting to her. But the more I chat to her, I get this feeling that everything about this person is not the actions of a mother that has just lost a child.